Hello Sagittarius, welcome to the Lynx Tarot. My name's Monica and this reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This covers money, career, any love messages that want to come through, and any spirit messages at all that want to come through during this reading for you. We're jumping in here with the Wisdom of Tao, and then we'll go into some tarot, and I'll end with angel answers. Check it out. You got new beginnings. Awesome. Step into the journey without fear. The time is now. Follow your instincts and have faith in new beginnings. The road ahead is filled with excitement and joy. There is nothing to be afraid of. You are protected and led by your spirit guide. And I believe we have more than one spirit guide. Okay, so know that spirit has your back. Your spirit guide is leading the way. Beautiful. All right, let's go over to the Halloween Tarot. Let me show you the front of the cards here. Pretty cool. All right, what does Sagittarius need to know? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So, of course, check your other signs if you wish to see if there are additional messages for you. Okay. We have the Four of Swords. Very interesting. Okay. So, it's a time of rest, a time of healing. If you're not getting enough sleep, be aware that it's important. Sleep is very important because we heal the most in our sleep, not just physically, but also spiritually. So body, mind, spirit, okay? We need our rest for all of those reasons. I do feel like healing wants to come in strongly for you. If you're not sleeping properly, do natural things to encourage better sleep. For example, maybe make yourself get out of bed earlier. Like say, you didn't fall asleep for a really long time, finally dozed off. Rather than sleep well into the morning while you have the chance, make yourself get up. And you might have a hard day of being tired, but to get your circadian rhythm back the way that it should be. So just get up at a certain time early, like the time you want to get up on a regular basis. Make yourself get up. And then, that night, go to bed when you wish to go to bed on a regular basis to get your rhythms back normal. So you might have a hard day or two as you're doing this. But I feel like somebody listening, you haven't been sleeping properly, but you've been napping during the day, which is throwing your circadian rhythm off at night, like even more. So it's important to catch that, to nip that in the bud. Okay, we have justice. Here's a balance here. Of course, this means karmic justice, but I feel like based on what I was just saying, there's a balance that's needing to come in here. Hormonal balance happens when we have proper rest, okay? Also, getting exercise during the day will help you to sleep better at night, okay? Now, pay attention to what works best for you. Like some people can work out in the evening after dinner and sleep just fine. Other people, it just gets them too revved up. So it might make it harder to fall asleep. Everybody's different. Everyone's system is different. So whatever works for you. We'll get more messages in conjunction with the Justice card, but based on what I've said so far, that's what I'm getting. And related to new beginnings, maybe your lack of sleep has to do with sensing that new beginnings are about to happen and you don't have all of the answers yet and feeling like unsure and you're saying, what if this, what if that? Okay, look at this. We have the Empress. Okay, so you're very desired right now. You're putting out this energy of abundance and people want to be with you. Okay, you need to know, Sagittarius, it's your choice if you wish to be with them or not. This could be friendships. This could be people interested in dating you. Just because someone likes you or wants to be with you doesn't mean you have to be their friend. Do you know what I mean? So just know that, yeah, you're very attractive, but it's your choice. And I'm not saying to shun people or, shut out connections in life. I'm not saying that at all. It's just that we can't go and invite everybody on the street into our house for dinner just because they like being with us, right? You are really exuding like a lot of beauty and attractiveness right now. There's something about you that people they are kind of like flocking to and fawning on right now. It might be a little bit overwhelming for some of you. For others of you, you might be like, I don't know why I'm suddenly so popular, but this feels kind of good. But just use your own discernment, okay? Because this is a good vibe. I'm getting a really good vibe for you, Sagittarius, but the part to be careful is even lower vibing people, they're going to come in too and want to hook into our high vibe. So you don't want to let any of that kind of energy drain your energy. So just be aware of that. But I feel like you're coming into like a new tribe. It might be like people that, you know, have similar interests as you, right? Like you already may have now, but it's kind of like a different group of people you're attracting them, they're attracting you. Okay, so it's kind of like a level up in a way. I feel like you've already learned a lot of like social lessons and personal lessons in dealing with other people, and you're connecting with other people and personalities in a refreshing way. They're people who don't carry the heavy baggage that you're used to coming upon when you're around other people. Okay, this is a much lighter energy, and there's where balance comes in again. Also, there could be a Libra in your life or a Taurus. Okay, and look, we have the Page of Cups. So Leo just got this too. So there could be a love offer here. I feel like someone's definitely loving you. Hopefully it's reciprocated, or not hopefully, but if it's not, know that you have other choices. But I just feel like there's a lot of love here. You're really being admired, and you might be like, okay, this is really great, but then I want to be by myself for a little while. Like, you know, you people can think I'm all great and the bee's knees and all that jazz, wonderful, wonderful, you know, happy, happy, joy, joy. But then you're like, all right, I'm going home now. Like Elvis has got to like leave the building and go home for a little while, and you know, be in your own energy. Okay, and there's where balance comes in again. Okay, so let's go over here and clarify with the Gilded Tarot Royale. All of these decks are listed below if you're interested. Okay, what else do we have for Sagittarius? And Sagittarius, I'm going to add some end cards at the end of this reading for spirit messages from pets on the other side. There's 2 readings, and also Mercury retrograde. So there'll be 3. 4 of Swords is being clarified by the King of Pentacles. I feel like you're coming upon some new connections through work. I feel like some of you in work, you're elevating when it comes to your position and the amount of money that you're making. I feel like someone listening, you've been working really, really hard at your job or on your own business, and you're drained of sleep. And that's where that comes in for some of you. You need to get some sleep because you're really putting your nose to the grindstone a little bit too much. I feel like there are some things you're trying to make happen right now, and you feel like you keep hitting a brick wall. But your money's still there. Your money will still grow. If you don't believe or feel, or if you're not in a good financial situation right now, this is indicating that's going to get better. You can't put the cart before the horse, though. And I don't like that expression because that's been said to me. And I'm like, no, I want this now. I want to do this now. Everything's been hard, and I want things to be easy now. So I want the cart before the horse. Right? Well, what happens? You know, you don't get anywhere. The cart topples over. So it's important to keep that in mind. It doesn't mean you're stuck. You're definitely not stuck, Sagittarius. I feel like there are some things that you think are in your way, but it's spirit just saying, no, let's slow down because there's some big good things coming your way. The timing's not right. So we're holding you back a minute. Kind of like, have you ever been out driving and somebody pulls out right in front of you and then drives at a snail's pace? Right? It's easy to get mad, but that might have happened in divine timing to protect you. Who knows what might have happened up ahead, right? Who knows? It could have been anything. Maybe you needed to be delayed arriving to your destination because maybe somebody was arguing. Maybe you didn't want to walk in on something like that, or something was said that wasn't meant for your ears or something like that. Maybe you were delayed for your safety. Okay, so I feel like you're thinking that you're being blocked and you're hitting brick walls, but Spirit is actually holding you back because there's something better for you, and Spirit is also protecting you from something. Maybe protecting you from going for an opportunity that would hold you back from these bigger, better things that are coming in for you. Whoops, dropped a few cards. Bear with me. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups. I think Leo got this too, so you might want to listen to the Leo reading. Moving away from what's no longer working out for you, moving on to something new. This is a step forward on your journey. I feel like there's strong manifestations coming through here for you. That's being paired with the Justice card. So I feel like karma will balance out for you nicely when you move away from something that hasn't been working out for you. Yeah, there's something really important that's going to be presenting itself to you very soon. This is an opportunity or a new connection with someone, and it entails walking away from something, right? And it might be disappointing. It might be a big disappointment to you at first, but you know you need to do this. And then justice comes in and balances the energies out, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. I feel lighter. I'm glad I made that decision. For some of you, this could have to do with leaving a job. I feel like someone decided to resign from a particular career in order to start something new. You may already know what that something new is right now, or you may not be sure what it is yet, but you had the ability to resign. Maybe you have someone who's able to support you while you're in school or in the interim. So it's one of those things you just knew it was time. All right, let's clarify the Empress and the Page of Cups. Clarifying the Empress, we have the Queen of Swords. So you've got some strong confidence coming in here, Sagittarius, and I feel like you are not afraid to choose what you want to do, what job you want, who you want to spend time with. You're not afraid to do that, and you're like, that's right, I am beautiful, I am attractive, I am someone people like to be around, but that doesn't mean everybody gets a piece of me. I'm going to decide, and I'm confident that I deserve to choose. The Page of Cups is being clarified by the Ten of Wands. So this could be, putting emotional burdens down that you've been carrying for a while. This could be putting burdens down of others that you've been carrying that maybe weren't yours. In love, same idea. Maybe, you had some kind of mutual attraction with someone and something wasn't right, Sagittarius. I feel like something wasn't quite right. I don't know why I'm getting that right now, but something wasn't quite right, and you're finally like, okay, I don't want to stick around. I don't want to tempt fate and find out that this person is a cheater or married and they lied to me or crazy. You pick up on something that's just not clicking, and you're like, okay, I'm just going to move on from this person before I get in too deep. And you put that burden down. The part that's a burden, I think, Sagittarius, is that you've been like, I don't have any concrete proof that being with this person isn't right, but you don't need it because your gut and your heart are telling you something is off. There's like unanswered questions that should be answered, and you're kind of left in a state of confusion. So this is actually good news, because once you put this down and realize this person's not for you, you're open to the person that is meant for you. If you're already committed to someone and you happily coupled with someone, I feel like a big issue that you've had between the two of you, that gets resolved by love, by the love and connection and friendship that you have between one another. Okay, and that burden is put down, and you just start enjoying being together again without this one like big issue that has been weighing heavy on your relationship. The Four of Swords and the King of Pentacles is being clarified by Wise Counselor. This is Taurus energy, the Hierophant, and this is Archangel Sandalphon. Unity with a spiritually minded community. Ask the divine for help and trust the answers will come. Compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. Perfect. I was saying in the beginning, I feel like, did I say this to you? I'm not sure if I said this to you or Leo at this point, but I feel like you are finding different people in your tribe. Might be the same tribe, but I feel like some people have cycled out and there's some new people coming in that are vibing kind of higher, and it's not as difficult to engage with them, connect with them. It doesn't feel like a social strain when you're with this group of people. All right, let's get a couple more here. This is the Angel Wisdom Tarot. Okay, so the Justice card and Eight of Cups is being clarified by the Two of Cups. A beautiful connection here, a strong soul connection. This could be with someone in love, or it could be someone in business. And this is Archangel Raphael. Falling in love or the resurgence of a romantic relationship. Forgiveness and the ending of challenges. Exchanging gifts. And it says don't give up on people you love. This could have to do with pets too, animals. Maybe you're caring for pets or wildlife, okay? And you're finding a higher calling. Some of you, I think you're finding a higher calling having to do with taking care of animals or wildlife, and it's very satisfying to you, and I feel like that's a strong soul connection for you. For others of you, this is if this is with your current partner, you're reconnecting. Like I said, there might have been a point of contention between the two of you with that Ten of Wands and the Page of Cups. There might have been you know, something that like you just weren't agreeing on, or something that was weighing really heavily on you, and a big change comes in, and it helps you both to see this situation in a different way, and it helps you to see that you're both on the same side. You're not against one another, you're on the same side, and it brings you together. And it strengthens your bond. The Empress and the Queen of Swords is being clarified by the Knight of Cups. Here's some more love coming in here. Romantic, flirtatious, introspective, fickle, falling in love, being swept off your feet, a sudden love affair, a lack of balance in relationship, situations or topics that make your heart flutter, or a love of art and poetry. So I feel like there's some like love coming in. If this is with your current partner, it's like strengthening that bond. If this has to do with somebody else, this is a time of like discovering one another. You know, learning about one another. For some of you, it's about, you know, letting go of this person. They may have seemed really dreamy and great, but like something wasn't adding up. And you're like, all right, I'm not going to stick around to find out something creepy about this person. I'm going to go with my gut and, you know, move on. And if this person is meant for you, in time, the information you need will come out. It will present itself to you, or maybe over that period of time, you'll meet somebody else. Page of Cups and Ten of Wands is being clarified by the Four of Pentacles, which Leo also got. And this is Archangel Michael. Manage your resources wisely. Extremes in how you give or receive money, time, or emotions. Yes. So you might be giving your time and emotions, or even money, to someone who it's not your burden, it's not your responsibility, and you realize, okay, I'm giving too much of my resources to someone else. I'm putting this burden down. It says smart business decisions, seeing things as black or white, and being charitable. Okay, so the charitable part could be, you know, soul connections with animals, caring for your pets, adopting pets, fostering animals, caring for wildlife. Okay. That comes in, you might be realizing I've been maybe on the borderline of enabling somebody else, and I'd rather not do that because they're not learning their lessons on their journey in life, and it's taking from me, it's making me bitter. I do have some extra money. Maybe I can invest this in, you know, caring for animals, or maybe caring for animals part of the time and putting a little bit of money aside for yourself for your future. But like, there's going to be balance. That's where justice comes in, karmic balance, where you're like, wait a minute, by giving too much to this one person or giving too much attention to this one thing, it's draining my energy and taking my focus away from things that will be healthier for me, more satisfying for me, better for me. Okay. Wow, Sagittarius. All right, let's go over to the Kipper deck and see what else we have for you. I do not know how these readings go on as long as they do, because I didn't feel like this went on for almost 19 minutes. We're at 19 minutes now. But these messages needed to come through for you. Hang on, got another pop out that landed on the floor. All right. Oh, I love this card. Family room, cozy, cozy. I'm a Taurus, so I like cozy things, and this card just looks so cozy. Number 21, if you like numerology, and that breaks down to 3. I feel like there's a connection with someone new, maybe a couple new people, where they feel like family to you. Could be work connections. You could be purchasing a new home, and that's where the King of Pentacles comes in. Property, new house, land. I'm getting legacy too, even though we did not get the 10 of Pentacles. I'm getting that legacy energy here. And we have message. Leo just got this too. Number 7. There could be a love message or more than one love message coming forth for you. And we have toil and labor and 38. That breaks down to 11. So if something seems very heavy, here's this labor, here's this burden. You need to ask yourself, is this really my burden? Is it time to put this down? Okay? Because just because someone wants you or wants your attention doesn't mean you have to give it to them. Always remember that. All right, let's go over to the angel answers. If you have a question, you can reflect on it now, but you don't have to. What else for Sagittarius? All right. What do we have? Choose a new direction. Yes, it's time for a big change here, and you'll know what it is. And when to make this change in direction, you'll know. And that's right up here with new beginnings. And we have reconsider. Yes, it's time to reconsider a certain direction that you've begun to take. And it doesn't matter when. It's time to reconsider, and don't say, don't tell yourself, oh, after all this time and attention I put into this, I'm going to force something that doesn't feel like it wants to be. No, reconsider this. Weigh and measure, okay? And know that there is a new direction for you. All right, Sagittarius, thank you so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon.